All you need to do to play with a fun and balanced weapon is reach tier 17 in the new event, and here's why. Hello everybody and welcome back to another Respawnables video on the channel. I'm glad you're here today because we're going to talk about the newly released event Diamonita Wars. In fact, this video will be a review of the brand new weapon, introducing the Super Shooter. If you want to see more videos just like this, as well as some other helpful event tips, make sure to leave a like on the video and also subscribe to the channel. About 80% of the people watching my videos are not subscribed, and if you could change that, that would be awesome and would get me to 1000 subscribers in no time at all. As always, I'm going to play without any masteries and without pets, so you can see the weapon and only the weapon in action. My outfit also does not buff it in any way. Alright, that's enough for now, let's just start the review. The first thing I'm going to talk about is the weapon and its stats, and after that I will teach you the playstyle you should use to get the most out of it. After that we will compare it with other weapons in the boss test, and I will tell you if it's worth it to grind this event up to tier 17 and unlock this prize. So let's start with the weapon's stats, shall we? The Super Shooter is a single handgun and it's an energy weapon with the stats damage 4, range 3, accuracy 2 and agility 3. I actually agree with the stats this time, so I got nothing to change. All in all, it feels like a fun and balanced weapon. The fact that the Super Shooter is a single handgun and an energy weapon as well makes it so you can buff it by a lot, using different parts. Most of them are heads and legs, but there are also some bodies out there. The movement speed is normal, I would say a bit above average, but 3 out of 4 seems fine. It comes with 6 rounds in a clip and the reload speed is also normal. The range on this weapon feels pretty long, but it also has some damage drop-off and it's not the most accurate one, so bear in mind that you will miss some shots across some distance. The animations and weapon design look pretty cool and it's like a laser tag vibe kind of. I really enjoy it and this might be my new favorite single handgun. The damage also feels decent and you can kill 1 to 2 enemies with a clip, using about 2 to 3 shots per kill. Because the Super Shooter is an energy weapon, it can also be nerfed by quite the amount. Luckily, those items are not available for purchase anymore and therefore are pretty rare. I also don't think that people are willing to nerf this weapon by a lot, since it's pretty balanced in itself and, well, you don't require to nerf it. After some testing, I also found out that this weapon can get a lot of headshots just accidentally. I don't know what it is, maybe it's the bullet spread hitting the headshots luckily, but yeah, just keep that in mind, you'll get a lot of headshots while playing this weapon. Especially in the multiplayer online modus, I think this will come in handy, since usually you won't get a 2 to 3 shot on your enemies, but with a headshot that can be done. In comparison to other handguns damage-wise and also range-wise, I would say it's above average but not too strong. It's a well-balanced weapon after all, and in my opinion it's definitely worth the grind. So after you decided to get this weapon and you already own it, it's time to talk about its playstyle. Most of the time it should be used in smaller and close range maps, just like Sandtown or maybe even the headquarters. Just keep in mind that it can't really outdamage shotguns, so you will have to wait behind corners and surprise them. Also, you could use the range down some longer corridors and outdamage them that way. Because the Super Shooter has such a tiny mag, you will find yourself reloading a lot, so you should consider increasing its reload speed. This can be done by just equipping the Burning Spirit Masteries, and if you need some extra damage, just equip this glass cannon as well. As gadgets, I recommend spotters, healing or the stun grenades. Now, coming to the boss test, you can see that this weapon is not that good against high HP targets. It might be able to deal some damage in short periods of time, because its rate of fire is pretty decent, but if your enemy has more HP than usual, or is just nerfing your weapon, you can't do anything. As you can see in the background, the constant reloading is just getting me killed all the time. I can't really deal with that many enemies at once, especially if you don't have some protection. So I also recommend using some healthier builds, more tanky than usual, and not go for speed. In conclusion, this energy pistol is not really the best at killing the elite enemies, especially not Whiplash. If you are lower level and have a different one, you might consider it, but even then, other weapons are just better, trust me. If you are more advanced though and are able to damage buff this, and damage buff it by a lot, this weapon is a beast. A tiny little beast. And it can even 1 to 2 shot enemies in multiplayer, depending on whether they are using the glass cannon or not. This is and always will be very fun, because this weapon is kind of unique as well. So, as I already said, it's definitely worth the grind, and you should definitely play this event at least up to tier 17. If you don't know how to do that, just wait a few days and I will upload my event guide video on the Diamonita war as well. So if you don't want to miss this, you should definitely consider subscribing to the channel. It really helps me out, and it should also help you boost your progress. Maybe by the time you're watching this, the event guide will already be released. You can always check in my upload section on the channel. Alright, and with that all out of the way, that's the whole review. Let me know if it was helpful down in the comments, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. So thank you once again for watching the whole video, and we will hopefully see us in a few days. Bye!